Did you know that Portugal is home to some of the oldest cities in Europe, each with its own unique charm and history? In this video, join me as I take on the challenge of exploring 5 amazing cities in Portugal in just 7 minutes. And of course, we start in Lisbon, at Praça do Comércio, where the royal palace stood for over 2 centuries, until it was destroyed by an earthquake in 1755. Praça do Comércio is one of the most iconic landmarks and serves as a hub for cultural activities. Cais das Colunas. It's a late 18th century stone platform with 2 columns and marble steps that used to be the noble entrance into the city. The Eduardo VII Park offers privileged panoramic views over the city. It is right off the Marques de Pombal metro station, and a quick walk from there takes you to the north of the park, where you will have one of the best views in the city, looking down to Avenida da Liberdade all the way to the waterfront. Zoos and aquariums have evolved significantly. From their origins as enclosures for the mere entertainment of the public, these institutions have undertaken new functions responding to the biodiversity crisis and social demands. Following this proposition, the role of Lisbon Zoo is to protect and preserve species. One of the highlights, traveling around the zoo, in the cable car you have an aerial view over the animals, and the full loop, it's about 20 minutes long and it's included with admission.
Oh, there's another male. What? There's another male down here. Oh, there's 2 other males.
Through its conservation fund, the Lisbon Zoo participates in conservation programs in Portugal and worldwide. Now let's talk about the amazing dolphin show. It was a big surprise for myself, and I was really impressed how good it was, in fact, better than SeaWorld. Now we will leave Lisbon to explore the remaining 4 cities. Next you will see snippets of Evora, Sintra, Fatima, and Nazare. In the heart of Alentejo, Evora was considered a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1986. The Cathedral of Evora is the largest medieval cathedral in Portugal. The Roman temple, over 2,000 years old, is one of the most important historic ruins in the country. Chapel of Bones is a 16th century chapel decorated with bones, skulls, and entire bodies hanging from the wall. Sintra is also classified as a World Heritage Site and has several historic palaces, castles, parks, and gardens. At the top, Pena Palace, seen here, is one of the most romantic palaces in Portugal. Even a non-religious person cannot remain indifferent when confronted by the shrine's grandiosity and spirituality. You don't have to be Catholic to feel the energy of this place. Maybe it is because of the events known as the apparitions of Fatima in the early part of the 20th century. Or maybe it's just the power of faith that moves millions of pilgrims and tourists that come to the sanctuary of Fatima annually. The first apparition took place in 1917 in Evora area, at the site of the current sanctuary. The Chapel of Apparitions is exactly where Our Lady is said to have asked the little shepherds to build a chapel, which was done by the local people in 1919. The Apparition Chapel holds masses in many different languages throughout the day, from 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. every day. Most Holy Trinity Church was inaugurated in 2007. It is a modern piece of architecture with a capacity for about 700 people. It feels a little far from the humble beginnings, to tell the truth. A typical fishing town, Nazare is now one of the most popular resorts in this region, a busy summer resort located on the Atlantic coast. But Nazare's major attractions are the waves and surfing, thanks to the Nazare Canyon that allows the formation of perfect giant waves. The Praia do Norte, North Beach, is listed on the Guinness World Records for the biggest wave ever surfed. The Australian Angus McDarrell, only 22 years old, rode a 42.6 meters wave, the largest in the history of surfing. Until then, the record had been written by the big wave surfers Rodrigo Coxa from Brazil and Garrett McNamara, Hawaiian, with waves of 30 meters. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments which city you'd love to visit first.